What up, dudes? Welcome back. Yesterday, we started the conversation about the COVID vaccine. It got a bit heated. About 300 comments came in 24 hours, which is a lot more than I usually get, obviously. But it's a conversation. I asked for all kinds of opinions. I didn't want people to just agree with what I said. I wanted opinions that disagreed with me. So I've screenshot 50 comments here. I'm gonna read through and respond to as many as I can. So this is like a responding to comments video. First off, thank you. If you left a comment, thank you. You'll probably be in the video. I think that I will wait and see. I am healthy and there is no rush to take it right now. I agree. That's a sensible thing to think. Chris says, yes, the vaccine trials have been going on for approximately 6 months now. As far as safety concerns with the new vaccines, statistically, these occur within 2 months. We have been testing mRNA vaccines since 2011 for various treatments and have yet to find any unexpected side effects from them. Yes, these companies are absolute garbage. So are most global corporations, from the phones we use to goods we consume, and videos presenting evidence from other fields that a company has been involved in with ominous music isn't the most compelling evidence. I agree with you there. So Chris here agrees that the company producing this vaccine is garbage, but it also says other companies are garbage too. Yes, but we're not injecting phones into our arms. I agree that we're buying goods like food from terrible companies, and we know that genetically modified food is a thing. We're consuming a lot of chemicals and it's quite hard to avoid. But does that mean that we should just blindly accept something that this company creates? I live in Australia and I won't be taking it. If it comes here, I've never even had a flu shot. The time is way too fast to make the vaccine. In such a short time, worries me. There are quite a lot of comments like this. I'm pro-vaccine in most cases. I've had all the previous ones I've been told to have. This one has come out too quickly with cases of allergic reactions and other complications like Bell's palsy. So because of this, I'm very dubious about this vaccine. But I think I'm going to have to take it because my girlfriend is at high risk because of her medical history and I haven't seen her since August. There are quite a lot of comments like this. People are saying that they have to take it because they're around high risk people. That makes sense. I mean, I respect that. People that are around people with high risks, it makes the most sense for them to take it. Whether or not they agree with the vaccine, they don't really have a choice if they want to be around that person still. Me and my family are waiting a little longer to take it, although I feel like everyone's saying this, but when the vaccine comes out, people are just gonna think, screw it. I'm just scared, to be honest. Like, my dad has really bad asthma, so I get worried if I don't take the vaccine, he catches COVID, and then I'm stuck with that thought of him maybe passing. So I just don't know. Chloe is in a difficult position, and I think the media will play on this, really. They'll kind of amp up, if you're around high-risk people and you don't take it, you could be responsible for their death. Kind of guilt-tripping you into taking it. I don't have a solution to that. It's really up to you if you want to take that risk. I had COVID and got better within a couple of weeks-ish, without a hospital visit. I'm still going to take the vaccine if it's offered to me because I'll happily be a test case in the place of people who would have a more severe reaction to COVID than me. I'd sooner have no kids than watch other people suffer. Now Callum here's just responding to my theory that I mentioned in yesterday's video, that what if the vaccine sterilized people and you weren't able to reproduce? Whether it's intentional or not, like it's a possibility. That was my theory yesterday. So I respect it, Callum. I appreciate what you've just written. That's very brave. Obviously, I don't think it's gonna happen, but yeah. Just gonna chill and see what happens, man. Something fishy is going on out there, and I'm not about it. Thank you for bringing this to light. I'm now gonna think better about this before I take it. Like, I wanna see the results from the vaccine before I take it. Yep, that's fair. Yes, I will be getting the vaccine, but it's because I work in healthcare, so I kind of do it or lose my job. It's forced on. But if I wouldn't lose my job, then hell no, I would be taking it. That's difficult. If you work in the healthcare system, then you didn't have a choice. My concern is, okay, people are afraid to take the vaccine, which is understandable, but then what do we do? What's the next step? And I don't really know. I don't know. You could just not take it and see what happens. I mean, that's what I'm doing. Like, whether I'm making the right decision or not, a lot of people disagreed with my decision. That's my decision, you know? And if someone forces me to do something, then it's not my decision anymore. That's not fair. We should all be allowed to make our own decisions. People celebrating the first person getting injected was like some weird Black Mirror episode. If you haven't watched the show Black Mirror, I believe it's on Netflix, please go watch it. Each episode is about a situation that could happen in the future, with like future technologies, future viruses and stuff like that. That show is definitely fueling conspiracy theories because there's so many things in that show that could and is happening. It's just something to watch. I'm not taking the vaccine either, and I'm glad you're talking about this. The COVID pandemic is a total scam. I can't say if it's a scam or not because I don't know, but it is very sus. For example, they don't lock us inside every winter because of the flu. The flu kills tons of people. They don't lock up McDonald's because people are dying from obesity and heart problems. I've been very doubtful about the vaccine. I kind of find myself in a world where I don't know what to trust anymore. This also applies to the government and big businesses. I just think it's sketchy to get something you know nothing about. I personally won't be taking the vaccine until I truly know what it does and how people react to it. Same here. So the reason I made that video yesterday, I knew I was going to get some backlash on it because people, obviously not everyone's going to agree with my opinion, but it's my own, it's my body, my choice. I knew making that I was going to get some backlash, but I needed other people's opinions. And it's a conversation I haven't started yet on my channel, so I thought it was important to do it. The Pfizer company looks incredibly sketchy, but I will still be taking the vaccine because I want my life to go back to normal as quick as possible. But do you think your life is going to go back to normal? Do you think anything's going to go back to normal? I think that they have started something new. I think everything we do now is going to be different to how it was, and I don't think it'll ever go back to how you remember it. And also, I don't think the vaccine is going to change the state of the world. I think masks, lockdown, all that stuff is still going to exist, even if you've been vaccinated. The amount of stupidity in this comment section is appalling. I've been following for 5 years. 5 years. I've been a supporter, buying merch, meeting you, following your journey, and now this? Come on, dudes. You're risking people's lives. I wish you the best, but I can't support you after this. It's sad. I appreciate the support for 5 years, and just because you don't agree with what I said one day of my life, then that's fine, you can leave. So all I've ever done with this YouTube channel is share my own thoughts. I don't expect anyone out there to agree with what I say. This is the internet. This is where ideas and discussions are had. If I'm not allowed to discuss, if people don't like it when I talk, then why are you here? Why are you listening to me? But again, I don't want anyone to believe anything I say. I'm just simply sharing what I find. That's all I've ever done on YouTube. Also, I don't like the fact all the elderly are being guinea pigs. If they die in a couple of years from complications from the vaccine, will we just be told they died of natural causes? Well, exactly, that's another thing. Who knows? Who knows? That's a bit on the conspiracy edge, I think. I think they just want the vulnerable and high risk to be vaccinated first, because they're the ones that might die first. I guess I have to ask the question, will the vaccine work? And if so, is it worth the risk? Either way, no one should be forced to take the vaccine. I agree. As to the question, will I take the vaccine? No, not right away. But if people are safe after about a year, I likely will. I have a disease that causes my immune system to weaken. I also have breathing issues. COVID scares me, but I try very hard to make sure it doesn't rule my life. Thank you for this conversation. Thank you. This is all this is. It's a conversation, and we're getting ideas and sharing them to each other. Me neither, absolutely no chance. It's important to realize that COVID-19 is not a completely new virus. It's a strain of coronavirus. We've been dealing with other strains of this virus since 2002. For some of these strains, we already have vaccines. Based on all this knowledge, it's much simpler to develop vaccines for new strains like COVID-19. Also, the scale of COVID-19 research and global cooperation is way beyond anything else we've ever done. Both of these factors help in making faster production possible. This is something I didn't discuss yesterday. This is just another strain of coronavirus, and it's been around for a while, so there's already been development on vaccines for this. So it makes sense why the vaccine was produced so quickly. What I failed to iterate in my point yesterday was that vaccine testing is also like long-term. You need to know the long-term side effects. Like, it's all good and fine if you take the shot and you don't die immediately. Like, great, it's a success. Let's produce it and give it out to everyone. But we don't know if in a year's time you try and have a child. That child has epilepsy, Down syndrome. We have no idea. Like, it's a horrible thought, but we have no idea. I don't like putting things in my body that I don't understand. That's a very honest answer. Thank you. No, for me, my instincts are telling me it's not good. The whole thing is very fishy, and all my grandparents are dead anyway, so could be the mark of the devil. Okay, could be yeah, could be. I'm a healthcare support worker, and I won't be taking the vaccine. All the people I support are willingly taking the vaccine, so hypothetically, I won't need to, right? They can't catch it from me if they're protected. It would be an interesting argument if I'm eventually told I need to, or I will lose my job. I suppose it's just a waiting game. We'll see what happens. In theory, you won't be doing any harm to those that have already been vaccinated. Everyone gets so angry about people that say they're anti-vaxxers because those who cannot take the vaccine for health reasons, you're putting them at risk. So if you catch COVID and give it to them, they're not protected. I think that's the whole argument. And I think that's why so many people were angry about my video yesterday. SMH, this is so irresponsible. It really is small brain time here. Is it irresponsible to start a conversation? Not everybody has to share the same thoughts as you. I'm taking the vaccine. My whole family is. All my friends are. I trust that there are good doctors who have been working around the clock for months to stop the unnecessary deaths COVID has caused. My mum works in a nursing home where half of the people living there just got tested and diagnosed because one food employee went to a bar. 2 people that I personally met there have already died from COVID. It's scary. This needs to stop. We have the vaccine now. We all need to take it. But yeah, Beatrice, best of luck to you. I hope it all goes well. Nope, not gonna take it. If you're unhealthy, then it's your responsibility to take it, not mine. It's a bold statement. Some of these I'm not gonna have a response to. I just wanted to read out what everyone's saying. You are not alone. Many here in America will not be taking it, period. Stay strong, my friend. You couldn't pay me to take the vaccine. In the future, they might offer you money for the vaccine. We don't know. I will be taking the vaccine because I think that there are only benefits when you make the vaccine. Let me explain. If the vaccine is really something bad, then there will be much people complaining that they get ill or whatever, because the vaccine and the company and the sponsors will get a really bad image, and it was much more productive and better for the business that they make a good working vaccine. Did you not watch the video about Pfizer that I put in my video yesterday, that video was showing how terrible their reputation already is. And it doesn't seem to matter, no one seems to care. So let's just take the vaccine. Second point, if I make the vaccine, I will keep all my benefits of traveling, and so no one and anybody is going to annoy me. Well, we don't know if they're going to force vaccines for travel yet. It's probably going to go that way, but we don't know that yet. Something I didn't mention in my video yesterday is that Pfizer and any company producing this vaccine is immune from legal action. They cannot be sued if anything goes wrong. I'm not just saying that, you can read about it. I'm not going to get into it. Thank you for making this video and spreading the information on this company. You're welcome. Thank you for the comment. Plot twist. The vaccine is actually a way to microchip us all. This is the next step in Agenda 21. Like, microchips are coming next. After the virus thing's over, the microchips are next. I don't think they're connected. I think the virus exists and is bad, and the vaccine is probably a working vaccine as well. But given Big Pharma's track record, I just can't trust it will be just that. It's good to not put all your trust in big companies. I am not taking it. I agree with what you say. The survival recovery rate is high. The media likes to scare us. Their business model is built on fear because fear draws more attention. If you make news that's always positive, people aren't going to watch. Dude, do your own research. I'm out. Bye. I was in the clinical study, and I'm a nurse who's watched 2 of my co-workers die. So I was eager to participate. I've been exposed multiple times and never tested positive, so the vaccine was very effective for me. This is a nasty virus and a horrible, miserable, long death. So if Sarah here is telling the truth, then the vaccine is effective at protecting those vaccinated from catching the virus, which is great. I love your nature videos, but then this, come on dude. This got 15 replies. I asked you guys not to argue, but here's the thing. The title of my videos is quite clear what the video is about. I try not to deceive anyone into clicking things. So you didn't have to watch this. My next few videos will probably be nature related because I like to spend a lot of time in nature. This is just a conversation that I wanted to start. I think it's important. So, usually takes 10 years to create. I'm sorry mate, but you're just wrong. We have the vaccine faster than usual for sure, but that's because everyone and their dog wanted to fund it. So there were no delays. Even outside of this, 10 years is not the standard at all. It's way less. Katie, I believe you. I think you're absolutely right. Everyone wants the vaccine for this thing. That's why it was pushed forward so much and so much funding went into it. But then what about cancer? Why is there no vaccine for cancer? Surely everybody wants that gone, and surely billions has been put into it. I think it's reasonable to be cautious and suspicious. They're trying to make the vaccine mandatory here in the States, and by the looks of it, it will be. Some of the colleges here have started pushing the flu vaccine, saying if students don't get it, they won't be allowed to attend. This is then them paving the way to force the COVID vaccine. I'm not anti-vax, but I will not be getting this vaccine. People with severe allergies are being urged not to get it because people have been having bad reactions. This vaccine is the first of its kind. It was created over the span of months, not years. We don't know the long-term effects, and I think what's more concerning is how hard our governments are trying to push it. Why are we trusting these people? They have everything to gain from this. They don't care who they hurt. They'll just call it conspiracy and call those who get hurt by the vaccines crazy. They've been doing it for years and we've accepted it. I mean, you're absolutely right. I agree. I think they're definitely paving the way for mandatory vaccines. It's the only option. If they don't force it, then all these vaccines that the government are buying are not going to be used. And they don't want to be sitting on boxes and boxes of unused vaccines. They need to use them all, right? I'm usually for vaccines, but I don't know, for some reason this one just doesn't sit right with me. Yeah, follow your gut feeling. I'm the same way. Everything we're hearing is meant to mislead us. I mean, even maybe me. Maybe I'm also trying to mislead you, but what do I have to gain out of it? You just have to remember, if you're listening to me, first off, you don't have to agree with anything I'm saying, but I'm also not trying to sell you a vaccine. By me making this video and starting this conversation, I'm gaining nothing out of it. The video yesterday wasn't even monetized, so it's not like I'm even getting paid for making this video. USA located. I sure won't be getting any new vaccines until they've had some decent level of testing done. Vaccines are super cool, my kids are vaccinated, but none of us will be trying something as it's so experimental. Thank you for this information. Celeste, thank you. It's nice to have parents commenting on this because it's like we're getting different age ranges. It's important just to know what a parent would do in this situation. I thought this whole COVID thing was strange from the beginning. Some people don't get sick at all, but somehow the numbers of sick people increase. I don't understand how, for example, people who are exempt from wearing a mask haven't gotten sick. At work, I see about 150 people a day, and not once have I gotten sick. I don't want to take it, but I do want this thing to be over. I'm very torn. I'm scared. I don't have a choice because of my parents. Nobody in my family has it, and we stay in literally all the time. I just really don't want to get it. It seems like a lot of people are living in fear. No one really knows what to believe, what to do. We just kind of do our best, and that's really all we can do. I would just say think for yourself and just do your best. This is all new for all of us. I won't take the vaccine as I don't really want to grow a second head in a few years. 10 months is nowhere near long enough to create, trial and prove a vaccine is safe and actually works. I agree. I will take it if it is offered to me. This is because I work around a lot of people. Even once I potentially have been vaccinated, I will still be wearing a face covering, washing and sanitizing my hands, thoroughly cleaning my workspace to help keep the general public and other staff safe. So even though he's going to be vaccinated, he's still going to wear a mask, which doesn't really make any sense, because if the vaccine works, you cannot contract it or spread it. So why would you need to wear a mask? They've been saying this on the news also, is that even though you're vaccinated, you'll still need to wear a mask. 2 and 2 doesn't compute. I'd rather take the vaccine than put people and myself in danger. I don't know, maybe it's just an empathy thing. I respect it. Empathy for other humans is exactly why I'm making this, because I don't feel right about any of this. I don't think that this company or anyone trying to produce a vaccine this quickly has health as their number one interest. Like, if you think about it, you're a vaccine company, right? You're going to want to push whatever you can out first because you're the one who's going to make the sales. I see the business side of almost everything because I'm always looking for it. So if you're a vaccine company, you're going to want to get the first thing out. Obviously, you're going to want to make sure it's safe. How safe is safe when you're pushing it out that quick? You just want to make the sales, right? Am I crazy to think that? That people are driven by money? Companies are driven by money? Big Pharma is driven by money? Am I crazy to think that? Sorry dude, but that's an unsub from me. I haven't looked at my statistics yet, but I'm sure I lost a lot of subscribers yesterday. There's over 100 dislikes on the video. I mean, it's fine. You don't have to agree with me saying that I don't want to take a vaccine. I haven't taken any vaccine since high school, and those were forced on me, which is what's probably going to happen now. But now I'm strong enough to resist. Yeah, you don't have to agree with me. It's fine. If you want to unsubscribe because I said something, that's okay. You're such a clown, mate. You literally sit at home doing nothing but getting yourself obsessed with these stupid ideas while others dedicate their lives to fighting. My sister died from this virus while she was on the front lines helping others survive this. You have the audacity to spread misinformation like this. Seriously, take a look at yourself before you get your research or take videos from Instagram as information. Usually watch your videos as an escape from reality, but this is just not on. I'm probably the only person on YouTube that doesn't stay indoors all the time. I'm outside the most. If you watch any of my videos, you'll see that I spend any waking opportunity outside in nature. I don't like to sit at home. Right now, it is nighttime. And it is freezing, so I am not outside. I appreciate that you watch my videos as an escape, but what are you trying to escape? What's so bad in your reality that you need me? I'm sorry that your sister died. I'm assuming she died of COVID. You didn't really get into the details, like you didn't really explain if she had any underlying health issues. You didn't really specify if she died of COVID. You just said she died. I don't think I spread any misinformation. All I did was share information about a company who are producing a vaccine. That's all I did. I put out some theories, but I said beforehand, these are theories, these are hypotheticals, it is not truth. I don't think I'm spreading misinformation. I don't think I ever do. Nope, we'll never take it. Human beings have survived for thousands of years without vaccines and other chemicals, so why fill my body with it? Just eat healthy, be one with nature, and everything will be positive. Not saying all this will work for everyone, but just remember guys, fear suppresses your immune system. Exactly. This is true. Fear knocks out your immune system. We know this. That is why the news promote fear. It keeps people unhealthy. You also have to remember that pharmaceutical companies make money off of sick people. Do you think they want everyone to be healthy? They would literally go out of business if everyone was healthy. Just keep that in mind. Conflicted because I don't want my family to think less of me for not taking it. They'll call me crazy conspiracy theorist if I try to explain. I'm not sure if it's a generation thing, and if they made it mandatory to have the vaccine to fly, well, that would just ruin the old holiday. You gotta stop caring what people think, especially your family. You really gotta stop caring. Just because they birthed you and grew you up from a tiny little baby, you don't have to respect what they think. You just gotta think for yourself, look after yourself. I don't think you're a crazy conspiracy theorist for not trusting a massive company. Not taking it. I've never trusted the government, but the COVID response convinced me it's evil. Living equals risk, and if you have no choice what risks you can take, then you have no freedom. Sometimes you just can't really explain why your spidey senses are tingling, but are best to follow your intuition. The argument that I'm some sort of biobomb infecting innocent people through my irresponsible choices is just as valid for the flu and participation in the destruction of ecosystems through participating in capitalism. I like the you're some sort of biobomb infecting innocent people. They like to make us think that we are ticking time bombs and we're really destructive just by existing. But that's how they rule the world, is through fear. So skepticism is healthy, and we should all be making an educated decision when it comes to getting vaccinated. But I think a lot of people are falling into the realm of paranoia here. We have no proof this vaccine is dangerous in any way, or safe. Not getting this vaccine will put the people you come into contact with in danger. Obviously you have the right not to get it, but please at least protect people in other ways such as social distancing. I turned 18 this year and I haven't been able to leave my house since March, thanks to my immediate family being very high risk. Personally, I think that it's very selfish to not get this vaccine. You're allowed to leave your house. Just stay away from humans. For example, I live in nature. I can leave my house and not even see a human. Elizabeth, you're allowed to leave your house. If anyone's telling you you cannot, they are misleading you. But also, I'm gonna have to agree, if you live with high-risk people, you probably should get it, right? If it works, you probably should get it to help them. Personally, I prefer plant medicine, not chemical medicine. Also, the same, plants over chemicals any day of the year. I won't take it because there's no guarantee with introducing foreign genetic material into the body, and I'm not responsible for a natural disaster. I won't fall prey to socialist manipulation, simple as that. If a loved one passed away because of COVID, then they are very, very unlucky, and it was only a matter of time. Attributing that death to my lack of taking the vaccine is purely neurotic, and yet people want to throw around this word conspiracy. I agree that we shouldn't be responsible for a natural disaster. I posed the theory in my video yesterday that it might not be a natural disaster, it could have been man-made, but still, we are not responsible for it because it just happened, right? So we can't be manipulated into feeling bad. Over 50 years of research for cancer, AIDS, and the common cold, still no vaccine, only alternative medicines. Coronavirus has a vaccine in less than 5 months, yeah, don't take that vaccine. Twilight Zone, good dude, do you. It does seem a bit crazy that we've had all these other things that are major killers and there's no vaccine for those. But I'm not a scientist. I doubt anyone watching this is a scientist. We don't know how difficult it is to create a vaccine, and maybe creating a vaccine for cancer is extremely difficult, that's why it hasn't happened yet. Or, whenever a scientist finds the cure for cancer, those people are killed. Very good video, man. Company is not ethical at all. No way I'm taking it either. Just the company alone is making it all very sus for me. You take everything else out of this, the company I don't trust. I was never anti-vax before all this COVID nonsense, but now I can promise you that my family and I will never take another vaccine again. Here in the US, there are a lot of other people who will refuse, and we own almost half the guns in the world. Fasten your seatbelts. I hope that this doesn't escalate to war. That would not be fun for anyone. I think if they do make this vaccine mandatory, it's going to be a hell of a mess. But maybe that's what they want. They cannot mandate this, that's too far for people as humans' rights. What we've seen throughout this whole year, police brutality, murders on the streets, riots, the way the police have treated peaceful protesters, we know that humans don't have any rights. It's the 1% versus us, the 99. Yeah, we've seen concentration camps in China, the Mexican border, where they're stealing children from their parents. Human rights don't matter. They just, a lot of things happen behind closed doors, away from cameras. I think they will mandate it. And those are just a bunch of the comments. If you want to read the rest of the comments, like go check out the video from yesterday, it's in the description. So now that you've heard a bunch of different opinions from people that follow my channel, what do you think? Personally, my thoughts aren't really changed. I do have a lot of empathy for people that live with high-risk people because you don't really have a choice. You want to save those people, right? So whether or not the vaccine is safe, you kind of have to take it. I have a lot of respect for people that are taking the risk and having the vaccine. What are your thoughts? Let me know down below. Please be civil. Hopefully I don't have to make another video about this topic. Unless anything crazy happens, like they do make it mandatory, then I'm probably going to cover this topic again. If you enjoy my nature videos and you don't like hearing serious things because it's too real, then please just read the title before you click on the video. Just read the title. I'll make sure it's very clear what the topic is about. Okay? Well, thank you for watching. You can leave a like or a dislike. I don't mind. You can disagree with everything I've said. I'm just a guy in a broken house. Yeah, thank you for watching. This is part of my daily vlog series. I'll be here again tomorrow. Arigatou gozaimasu. See you guys in the next one. Be safe. Be careful.